This is the 5th time I've recorded this. I just can't do anything about the thunder. I can't do anything about the dog. And this is the best lighting I can do. So honestly, if you can hear stuff in the background, I'm so sorry. I just want to chuck this video out, honestly, because I keep leaving things too long. I want to keep a schedule. It's been very tiring. I've got a new job, and it requires me to wake up at around 5, but I do finish at around 2 and get home at 3, so I do have the rest of the afternoon to myself. But it does suck because it's a very busy job, and you wouldn't believe that I washed my hair like last night, because that thunder is scary. You wouldn't believe that I washed it last night because it's just like this again, and it's the best I can do. You're probably wondering why I'm sat a bit further back. It's because I do have quite bad acne right now, and no amount of makeup can fix that, I'm afraid. So I'm gonna bring myself back. This might even be kind of a nice angle anyway, so you get to see a little bit more of me. So I want to start off, before delving into this video, that because I'm going to be talking about magic and my uses with it. I'm not a professional. I don't consider myself Wiccan, I don't consider myself pagan, and I do not consider myself even intermediate at magic. So if you're hearing this video thinking that you'll get some tips and tricks, you might, but I don't want you using this video as a tool, because it's mostly just my experiences. And if you're inspired to learn more about what I say, then feel free to go and do more research, double check things, because a lot of things that I'm going to be saying may or may not be correct, and I don't want you guys practicing magic in the wrong way and doing dangerous things. So what I actually wanted to talk about was what kind of magic that I practice and how it helps me. So the kind of magic that I'm currently involved in personally is I like to focus on a particular element, and that particular element for me is water. The reason for that is because different elements have different properties, and the element of water best helps me and everything that I've got going on. So I think at the top of my head, water is good for healing, self-loving cases, just calm, general vibes. I need more calm vibes in my life, so water suits me very well. Just because you want to focus on a particular path or a particular element doesn't mean that it's the only one that you can do. For example, I still like to practice bits of earth magic here and there. I'm still heavily in touch with my crystals and stuff like that. I find ways to incorporate that into my water magic. And also, if you're a certain sign, like I'm an earth sign, doesn't mean you can't practice other forms of magic. I shouldn't have to say that. That's kind of, obviously you can practice other kinds of magic. Whatever you think benefits you best, honestly. For example, when I'm nervous and I feel like I'm going to have a pretty rough day because my emotional regulation is all over the place, my anxiety is all over the place, I wear my Obsidian, because Obsidian is known to eat up negative thoughts and negative vibes like a horse. So I feel like whenever I wear it, I haven't really had a terrible day when I've been wearing it. It's been beneficial for me. So yeah, that's just some of what I do basically. More of what I like to focus on is making moon water and sun water, which is putting water out in the sun or in the moon for a certain amount of time, and you do that while obviously having intentions in mind for the kind of spell or what you want to get out of that moon or sun water. Different phases of moon are good for different kinds of magic that you want to do. For example, I recently made my first jar of moon water. I made it during the new moon. I did that because the new moon is for intentions, setting new intentions for things that you want for the following months or so, to help you and that was my goal, and that's what I wanted. So I made moon water according to the new moon. What's good with moon water is obviously you can then just have it sat there, I guess, but you can use it for your plants and you can use it for your tea as long as you know that it's clean. I just use tap water. I know that running water and maybe rainwater may or may not be better. Different people will tell you different things, but for me, I just use tap water. It gets the job done. So yeah, I will use that less water in my herbal teas, which I currently have going on. Not only are herbal teas just, you know, they're healthy, but it's also, they really help calm me down, and the tea rituals that I've done so far have been very beneficial. I am hoping to actually do tea rituals in maybe a future video, because I think it would be very calming. Like, it made me think that would be a really good sort of ASMR calming, chill vibes, with just you and me having a cup of tea, doing a tea ceremony like Uncle Iro, just sitting there, just chill vibes. If you like the sound of that, great, because I might do that. If not, you don't have to watch those ones. I'm still planning on just talking a bit until I figure out what exactly I want to do, but yeah, look forward to something like that. Another thing which I do have is I do have an altar that is themed around water. So I do have my moon water there at the minute. I also have my teas, my wands, my stones, a cup of tea. I got my medication there. I got my clay mask. It's not an organised altar. That stuff should not be on there. I'm hoping now that I got my normal pills, I'm gonna be able to keep it tidier. But for right now, it's not the best, but it's a work in progress. It's also got like papers of experimentations of my art doing painting. I used to study how water flowed and what sort of things I could use for that, so I did that. Purposefully spilled some coffee and tea on it to make it look old and pretty, and that's on the base of my altar. So that's a good way to get into magic, I think. Just first of all, creating an altar. My cat has her feet sprawled out across my keyboard. Thank you for that, Edith. One thing I do want to mention, if you are considering practicing magic and you don't really know where to start, because let's face it, there's many directions you could go in. My advice that I do want you to take is you might want to consider joining a coven of some kind. A coven is basically just a group of witches, basically, where you all do classes and stuff together to get to grips with what you want to do, where you want to specify, if you want to specify in a particular area, and go forward from there. I don't know if what I'm in counts as a coven, because it's just a Discord server that has like a library of different books for me to use and reference, and lots of people to talk to get some insight on where I can move forward and what sort of spells and magic that I might want to do to benefit certain things I want to achieve. So if you want to do something like that, if you don't have an actual like group of witches in your area, you might benefit from going online and just talking to witches that way. Just see what floats your boat, really. This was one of the videos that I kind of struggled to talk about. The reason being because it's another one of my many insecurities that we all know so well on this channel. As soon as I mention that I include star signs in my magic and I like to use herbs and stuff like that, immediately I don't want people thinking, oh, you're one of those people, you're one of those people that would use alternative medicine or something stupid like that. Like, no, I do not rely on my magic for medicine. I don't. I really don't. It's more of just like a sprinkle of icing on top of any health issues I have. I obviously will go and see my doctor first, and I recommend you do as well. Don't rely on magic. Go see a doctor. It's just not. Use it for like when you're recovering and stuff like that. Obviously certain teas are going to be great for like colds and stuff like that. Just think with your head, you know. And yes, I do rely subtly on zodiacs, and that is because it's just part of magic and how I work with it. You can call me a basic person for being one of those girls that believes in zodiacs, but for me, placebo or not, I'm willing to accept it's placebo, but placebo or not, it helps me, and it's what I'm comfortable with. My stones have helped me, my magic has helped me, my teas have helped me, and the best thing you can do, honestly, is just respect that it helps me. I don't want you to understand it, I just want you to respect that that's me. And, you know, if you don't like that, you don't have to be here. I'm not forcing you to, but, yeah, it's another part of me that I want to try and express and show myself, and hopefully just continue my journey of self-reflection and being more comfortable with me. So I think that's about everything that I have to say. Again, if you're interested in magic, you don't know where to go, maybe look into covens or just online places and Discord servers. There will be some Discord servers for you to look at. I think that's just about it. So I hope you're all doing okay in this sweltering heat, because I know I'm not. And I will catch you in another video. Goodbye!